Here are our words for this evening. This is actually really pretty funny because this comes from this is from the Renaissance. This is the 16th century. So Erasmus was a 16th century guy, and he said this: "In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king." Sounds pretty good, right? So he was a Dutch Renaissance humanist. He was a theologian, and he had a real gift for words. And his whole thing was, hey, we've got a brain. I can believe in God, and I can engage my brain at a high level, and I can have some fun with that. So he said lots of interesting things, but in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Sort of a catchy little phrase. It's been used in songs. You may have heard that before. But I also want to share with us this verse from Paul from Romans. It says this from chapter 12. "Don't become so well adjusted to your culture that you fit into it without even thinking. Instead, fix your attention to God. You'll be changed from the inside out." Now, what I like about this little fun saying from our old friend Erasmus is that it reminds me that life isn't always about what you see. And this verse is nice too, because it also makes me think about life is not always about the things that I see. Rather, what's going on in life really is more about where you choose to put your focus. Because what Paul is saying here and what Erasmus is saying is that you're not defined by your blindness. None of us here are defined by our one-eyedness, nor are we defined by the culture that we live in. Because you see, it works like this. If the blind man fixes his attention to God, then that one-eyed man that Erasmus says is king, if the blind man fixes his attention on God, the one-eyed man has no power over the blind man. Because that one-eyed ruler is only as strong and only good as long as he can protect that one eye, right? And if that one eye goes out, that one-eyed man is no longer king. So we come back to that inside-out kind of thinking, right? You'll be changed from the inside out. That's where it's at. If you choose to place your focus, you get to choose, rather, where you place your focus, and you get to choose to whom you surrender that. And if we fix our attention to God and not the one-eyed king, well, then that guy has no power over any of us. That guy has nothing on us at all. Simple reminder is this: focus on what's on the inside. Amen, amen.